Hello, and welcome to the Lobbycast, the official podcast of Rockhammer Hold. I'm Jeff, and with me today is we've got the lovely Erin.
Hello.
And the lovely Brick. And that is awful. And this is episode 322, and this is April 23rd, 2015.
Wow.
Oh, hey.
Oh my god.
And for those of you watching the YouTube feed or Google Plus feed, whatever kind of feed it is, you can see that there's some lovely artwork behind the couch now, not just the logo. So you can't see all of it, but you can see the best ones. The best ones are the ones from Fallout. There and there,
which are to the left
thusly,
and to the right
of the logo.
Indeed.
Right. You can't see the top row, but that's okay because you can see us, and that's so much better.
Very true.
Very true. All right, y'all. You guys got some news for me? Anything? Erin, do you have something awful to tell us?
I have something horrible to tell you. It's still
that's great.
It still made me laugh. So I'm sharing it with all of you. There has been a game released on Play Store apps. If you have Verizon like I do, I'm sure you can find it other places as well.
Like Xbox.
Indeed.
Yep.
Indeed. From Coffee Stain Studios, called, no kidding, Goat Simulator. This is, in fact, exactly what it sounds like. Here you go, little. Those of you that can zero in, there is actually a picture of a goat.
It's true.
Thank you, Brick. And this is probably everything that you could hope for and more. Basically, it says right up front, it's a very stupid game and you should probably spend your money on something else. Other than crash bugs, they left all the bugs in because they thought they were funny. So there you go. That is the newest app that you can procure should you so desire.
Yeah, that's exciting.
You can tell from his voice how excited he is about this.
I'm really excited.
So
is the cat. All right. Fine. Jeez Louise. He came straight at me, bro. That was weird. The cat came after me and then went away.
She'll do that.
All right. Well, if that's all the thrilling news you have, I'll get into some other things.
By all means,
do it.
Run with it.
Perfect. I went to get the list of things that are arriving on Netflix this next month for the month of May, and it was pretty lame, with the exception of Inglourious Bastards. But more interesting are the ones that are going away. So you definitely want to. Cat, what is wrong with her? Anyway, movies that are going away that you should definitely take a look at before they leave is A Knight's Tale, one of my favorites.
Yes, that's
love that movie.
An interesting one.
The Airplane movies are going away.
Oh,
Basketball, which I think is my favorite of the Trey Parker and Matt Stone movies.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I get that this was an actual
Orgasmo's
movie.
Close.
Orgasmo's good, but I really liked Cannibal the Musical as well, and I get that was not originally intended to be a movie. It was a college project that they did. But it still makes me laugh. If you haven't seen it's worth a look. It's definitely worth a look.
Excellent. And then The Secret of NIMH. Old school, childhood favorite, with the creepy, with the Skeksis. Or is that
Skeksis?
Skeksis was Dark Crystal.
That's right. I get those two mixed up a lot.
Trial by Stone,
which is weird because one's animated and the other's not.
Right. I have trouble with the name.
They're both creepy though.
Yeah.
They both are maybe a little creepier than one would expect from kids' movies.
Right. Exactly. And then Skyfall, which is a great Bond movie.
It is a great Bond movie.
I liked it. Did you see it?
I saw it with you.
You didn't like it?
Yeah, okay. The one aspect of that I did like, I do like Daniel Craig as Bond, but it was almost like they forgot they were supposed to write a movie with a halfway reasonable through line in this one. Because there were several times when I wound up going, I don't know, there were just things that didn't make a lot of sense to me. I liked the bad
Did you
guy.
not see the Pierce Brosnan Bonds?
I didn't say it was better than those.
Oh, okay.
You mean you didn't say it was worse than those?
Either.
I didn't say either. Let's be honest. I didn't say either.
Well, fair enough.
I didn't say either.
The ice castle in World is Not Enough.
Yeah, that was silly.
Nope.
There were too many moments though where I just kind of, and I know this is not a popular opinion on my part, as Bill Hicks would say, I don't choose wisely always, and yet I'm committed. A lot of people did like Skyfall. I just didn't care for it.
I liked Skyfall. I thought Javier Bardem's character was ridiculous. He was a terrible villain.
The one thing I liked about Javier Bardem, I'm not saying he wasn't. He was a ridiculous villain in a ridiculous movie, though, so I kind of thought he fit.
Right.
But
had they put a serious villain in there, you may have had a different opinion of the
maybe
movie.
so, but as a villain, the one thing that I liked from a sociological aspect, I guess, was all of a sudden, for the first time, Bond was the one that was in an uncomfortable situation with a touchy-feely villain, as opposed to the females. I went, I rather like that new twist.
that
as
is
a
a
woman,
nice
I'm
twist.
finding that incredibly entertaining.
There you go.
So they did that part well.
Excellent. Yeah, so catch those on Netflix if you're a fan of those movies. If you haven't seen them, they're definitely worth a watch for sure. Airplane, if for no other reason than to cement that part of pop culture into your head, because you will find yourself getting jokes that people make even now.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. Don't call me Shirley. Yeah. So, yeah, that was just a fine example of the humor that you can find.
I'm here for you.
Oh, I speak jive.
That was the one I was thinking of.
Right. Right.
Isn't that Mrs. Brady?
I think it was June Cleaver, wasn't
Oh,
it?
it was
Yeah,
June
it's
Cleaver.
June-
That's
June
what- I knew
Cleaver.
it was some TV mom.
TV
In a
mom that you
nun's
don't
habit or
expect to see in
something
that
like that, yeah.
role. Yeah.
Yeah.
I speak
Fantastic.
jive.
So anyway, definitely worth watching.
Yes.
So go back
Absolutely.
and see that. Good news for people like me who are fans of the series. Daredevil got greenlit for a second season. So
Excellent.
I expected that it would, but it hadn't been made official until this last week.
I still have not
And
watched
then-
an episode.
Yeah?
No, I haven't, but I'm excited that it's got a
I made
second
Will and
season.
Erin watch it last week.
It's true. He just stayed and put it on the television.
It's like, here, give me the
Here.
remote.
We need to go to bed. No. shut up.
No, shut up, sit down, and watch this
There's music playing on the TV. Hey, Will, give me the remote.
Right now.
right now.
And I just started
And
it.
he started it, and we all said, "Oh," and watched it.
It's not like I got up and left.
No, he didn't. He
I
just sat
stayed and
down and
watched
put
it
it on,
too.
and
I'm watching this. I don't care what you guys do in your own
In your own
house
home.
on your couch.
You guys can leave for all
all I
I care.
care.
You know, sometimes you just have to take matters into your own hands,
In fact, better
Very
that
true.
way. I can take my pants
Especially-
off if you guys leave.
especially with Will and Erin, who never take
Who-
television suggestions from us.
Well, yeah, they don't take television.
No, they accept the suggestions. They do not act
true.
on the suggestions.
I think that's a very valid way of putting it. It's not always true,
It's
but
valid so far.
Oh yeah.
It's valid.
How have
to-
you enjoyed Hannibal, Erin?
you know what? You can just shut your face over there, okay?
You know, as a fan of serial killers and such, how are you enjoying the finest serial killer television show around?
I'm more a fan of catching serial killers than actual serial killers.
Yeah. The main character is
I
the
know it
person
makes no
chasing
sense that I
serial
haven't
killers.
watched Hannibal. I fully admit it.
I'm a fan
As
of
a fan of
cereal.
catching serial killers and Eddie Izzard, it makes no sense that I haven't
I tried.
seen Hannibal.
I tried.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Got nothing.
and along the lines of TV shows that we should love, the Galaxy Quest is rumored. I don't even think it's officially confirmed,
No, it's
but
just a
there's
rumor.
a rumor that a Galaxy Quest TV show is in the works, which is awesome. And the article that I linked to on our Facebook page, and this is something I hadn't heard before, but Galaxy Quest was voted the 7th best Star Trek movie.
Yes, yeah, I do remember that. Poll.
Yeah, I believe it because
That's awesome.
it's fantastic.
It really is, and that means that there were actual Star Trek movies that lost out to
It lost
Galaxy
to
Quest.
Galaxy Quest, exactly.
The Voyage Home is probably
Which one was the one with the whales?
the Voyage Home. Yeah.
Voyage Home.
Yeah.
Voyage Home was funnier than Galaxy Quest.
Not intentionally.
Not
So.
intentionally.
And the last little bit, the Star Wars trailer has gotten 30 million got 30 million views in the first 24 hours it was on the internet or on YouTube, I guess, whatever.
I'm
So
responsible
we
for
watched
at least
that one.
15 of those.
Seriously, we watched that again, and right before the show, we watched the trailer for the Fantastic Four. And what was the other one? Oh, Batman versus Superman. And yeah, all kind of the opinion that Batman shouldn't. It just sounded wrong for him to be threatening Superman.
Well, and
Yeah,
see
that-
where I think this is going. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
is that Batman comes on the scene and is like, "Hey, this guy's too powerful for his own good, so I've got to do something." And then he's like, and then they just talk it out, and Superman's like, "Hey, buddy, I'm good.
Hey, bro,
Hey,
I'm
bro,
all right.
Calm down. I don't want to bleed.
They hug it out, and that's the movie.
But if anyone's gonna bleed here, it's gonna be you because I'm Superman.
Right.
Your
There's that
mech
problem.
suit, it's cute, but I'm still Superman.
I could still fly straight through you.
Yeah.
I can be up in the air and shoot you with heat vision, and you really can't do anything about it.
Yeah, your metal suit will melt.
Eventually,
Yeah.
I'm an alien, hombre.
You're human.
What I was watching or listening to a Kevin Smith podcast, and they were saying it was like, well, it's not really fair for Superman because no matter what anybody else does, he could just throw them into the sun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just throw them into the sun. It would get really boring after a while. Like every time he comes, like a criminal or evildoer, just throws them into the sun.
I mean, yeah, And so, I mean, it's called.
So he could throw Batman into the sun.
The movie is called
Yes.
Dawn of Justice for a reason. And
Yeah.
it's because obviously this is a clear setup for a Justice League movie.
Yeah, it's not a sequel to Man of Steel. It's a prequel to the Justice League
Right.
movie.
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, there's going to be this whole BS
Wonder Woman
thing
and,
about,
and Aquaman are going to be in it. So
yeah, there's going to be this whole BS thing about how they don't like each other at first.
yeah,
It's going to be like
and they'll be super best
It's-
friends.
Super best
this is going to
friends?
be like the superhero equivalent of Lethal Weapon. Like they don't really like each other at
Oh.
first, you know.
Oh yeah.
And Batman's kinda
Batman's going to be
the crazy outlaw.
I'm too old for this.
no, I think
I think
you think Superman's the
it's
Mel Gibson?
Murtaugh. Yeah.
You think Superman's the Mel Gibson? I guess so.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
kind
I
of
guess
seeing
so.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's special forces, sure. You know? And then eventually, Superman saves Alfred or something, and and they're all buddy
It's all
buddy.
good. Yeah.
That seems reasonable, Brick.
Mm.
I accept that.
I mean, this is called Dawn of Justice, not Batman versus Superman. It ends with Batman being thrown into the sun.
That's true.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Shh. Okay.
Ah! Yeah.
Pretty
Pretty much.
The movie's 15 minutes.
I was gonna say that would be
Him
even better.
screaming for 15 minutes.
It's that scene where they meet each
Not
other.
the end, the beginning.
Yeah.
That scene where they meet each other and then Superman just throws him from Earth. And it's 15 minutes of Ben Affleck screaming with one punchline.
Right. Oh, that's great. All right. Do you guys want to talk about anything else? How excited are we about Star Wars?
Yay.
Right. I get you. Yeah. It's pretty awesome. Do you have the vapors?
I got a case of the vapors.
Are you verklempt?
I thought I was going to have to numb my pain with booze and pills.
Like you do.
Like you
I
do.
still might. I don't know what kind of Jar Jar Binks J.J. Abrams has up his sleeve.
He's going practical effects and trying to take it back to its roots. So I've got high hopes. I
Yeah.
think he did a great job with the alternate universe Star Trek movies.
Sure.
They're not great. The second one wasn't as good as the first one.
No. And yeah.
But he got the characters right.
But do you remember what we were talking about earlier? In that there was a time before Phantom Menace when we all believed that it was going to be so good. There was a time before Indiana Jones 4.
Right, but there was plenty of evidence
Yeah,
that
there's
George
that.
Lucas could not be trusted. J.J. Abrams actually has a much
Yeah,
more
I
solid
don't know.
track
Was there,
record.
was there
Lucas-
that time? I would argue,
George
was
Lu-
there that time before Indiana Jones 4? Because once at
Well,
that point we'd
that-
lost some faith in George Lucas, and we knew Shia LaBeouf was involved. So I don't know
Yeah, I never
how
saw
Okay.
Indy
much
4.
hope there was
Okay.
for Indy 4.
But for Phantom Menace, we knew that we thought we knew that George Lucas could be trusted
yes,
because there was no reason to think otherwise.
yeah,
You
we're
know,
talking
sure,
about
he didn't direct Empire, but
Right.
he directed Return and A New Hope, which were both great. Not as good as Empire, but they were both great.
Yeah.
And so we had every reason to trust him. We have every reason to trust J.J. Abrams right now.
I'm
I'm just saying.
I
don't
think
get
we
your
have-
hopes up.
I think we have more recent proof.
Yeah, we
with,
do. That's
J.J.
true.
Abrams.
That's true.
and either
and I
way,
think
we can
it's-
enjoy this time
Yeah.
for the happy period that it is, no matter what happens later.
This is the before time.
Yes,
This is the before time.
this is it. So we can enjoy this now,
We're
Excellent.
either
no matter
gonna
what
get-
happens later.
Gonna either get a big pile of poop in our stockings, or good Star Warsness in our stockings.
Yeah, fair enough.
Or a shiny new fantastic lightsaber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no problems with the cross guard.
Yeah,
Blades.
Neither do I. Neither do I. Anyone who does, look up Stephen Colbert's explanation of that
There
lightsaber,
you go.
and you will.
Well, just
Good stuff.
And also remember, it's science fiction, so don't take it so seriously.
right.
So
Yeah.
calm down.
Whether it's a lightsaber or a sword, it's always a good idea to have some kind of guard to keep your hand from getting cut off from
Luke.
another blade sliding down your sword and cutting your hand off.
Yes.
Luke.
We're looking at you, Luke.
Yeah,
I mean, but then you get like a sick mech hand,
that is pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's you get.
But you
the
can get it
bionics.
by choice rather than necessity.
If
If at all
I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah.
I still love Family Guy's explanation of the mech hand.
Oh.
They finish putting it on him, and the guy's like, "Yeah, you're gonna want to try it out on a hot dog first."
Got to get the pressure and tension just right.
Gotta gauge things in.
Otherwise, you might,
Yeah.
do something.
Right. Right. All right. Well, through my conversation with Sam earlier, the part that you didn't see, text message, I think my my crazy prediction for this year for the NFL, Brick, Erin, you won't care about this.
Nope, not at all.
I'm predicting that the Cowboys are going to finish the regular season with a better record than the Broncos.
That's completely that's not crazy at all.
Well, like last year, I predicted that the Cowboys would make it into the playoffs, and the year
Sure.
before that, I predicted that the Seahawks would beat the Broncos in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
No,
so
it's not as outrageous.
So now you're
as-
getting all high and mighty, and you're like, I don't want to break my streak.
Well, I
So I'm
hadn't
gonna go with
come up.
something obvious.
Well, I don't think it's obvious.
I think it is. The Cowboys have a much better team right now than the Broncos do.
Oh, okay. See, that's
Well, not a much better team, but the Broncos just.
but
Mm,
Cowboys don't play the Broncos this year. Isn't that weird?
not really. They don't play them every year.
But I like it when they do.
Well, yeah, we all like it. When they do.
It's good football when we do.
But here, you know,
Okay.
how about a wilder prediction? Like
Okay.
that the Cowboys are going to beat the Seahawks in the NFC Championship to go to the Super Bowl.
Ooh. Oh
This is
yeah.
good radio
That-
time right there.
Sorry. Yeah, Cowboys beating the Seahawks would be better, like a crazier prediction.
That would be a crazier prediction, and it's feasible. I mean, it almost
happened last year.
Last year,
Yeah.
'Cause there's no way if the Cowboys would have made if Des Bryant would have caught what.
Right.
I mean, he did.
He
caught
he
it.
caught it. He caught it. Took 3 steps.
But,
He had it.
but if it would have been called a catch and the Cowboys would have beat the Packers, they would have demolished the Seahawks and went to the Super Bowl.
Interesting. Okay. Do you have a crazy prediction for this year?
Yeah, that's mine.
Oh, that's yours.
I just took it from you. Come up with your own, Jeff.
All right.
I'm
No,
not-
fair enough. Okay. The cat.
Everything's fine. Nothing to see there.
The cat. It was being crazy down here. Now it's being crazy up there.
There's just ghosts. It's no big deal.
Ghosts with
Nothing
little
to see
tiny
there.
feet.
Little tiny pads on the feet.
No, it's chasing ghosts.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into the weekly watches, unless Erin has a crazy NFL prediction.
Not remotely.
Okay.
Here's a crazy NFL prediction. Aaron will watch
I
a
start
football
carrying
game.
this year. That's my crazy prediction.
Fantasy football is a great gateway drug. If you like. Stop it, computer. Stop it.
Stop it.
It is a decent gateway drug if you're not already inclined.
Let's see.
Because then it's just like a game.
Yeah. Then it's just numbers
Yeah.
and people you don't know.
Statistics.
Duly noted.
All right.
Still don't
Let's
care.
let's get into the weekly watches. Erin, what you listening to?
Listening to, well, it's actually been a lot about comedians this week, actually, or spoken word, because I don't like to lump Henry Rollins into the comedian deal, as we've discussed in the past. So I've been listening to some Henry Rollins, been listening to a lot of Eddie Izzard.
Yep.
Loves me some Eddie Izzard.
Yep.
And it was one of the highlights of my life to see him live last year, and anybody that can get around to it, I highly recommend it. And music-wise, a lot of Queen, a lot of Erasure, a lot of Annie Lennox. And I also heard the single Barbarian, which was the newest single from The Darkness from their new album, Last of Our Kind. So
Beautiful.
if you're inclined to check that out, again, I suggest you do so. It's good stuff.
Mr. Brick.
I listened to some Shuffle.
Shuffle?
And-
Shuffle Earl?
Floral.
And I listened to Dookie, the Green Day.
Green Day.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because I found that at Wax Tracks and I was very excited. So
Oh, you got it on vinyl?
yeah. So,
Nice.
but that's it. That was the only one. I got 2 other albums, but haven't gotten around to listening to them yet.
Freaking sweet.
But that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Well, I've been continuing to listen to D Antwoord and Florence and the Machine and Monsters and Men and Nitzareb.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
That's a listening list.
Yes,
It is a listening list.
It's bigger than mine.
It is.
More
Yeah.
music
So
on it than mine.
I also listened to the artist radio stations for D'Antwoord and Zareb,
Okay. All right.
and probably of Monsters and Men also. Yeah. So I listened to the artist proper, and then also related artists.
I like
Okay.
Monsters and Men.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
It's
Do they have a new
it's a
album
good
coming
radio
out at some
station.
point?
I think so. Yeah.
Like, have you seen like
Nope.
any
Nope.
estimates?
Nope.
Damn.
Nope.
Okay.
So sad.
All right. Well, let's get into the what you watching. Erin, what have you been watching?
Let's see. I've been I found a new show called The Science of Stupid on Nat Geo.
Perfect.
They explain the physics behind, as you might guess, humans making poor life choices. So that made me happy. More outrageous acts
Darwin
of
Award
science.
initiates.
Yes, Darwin Award material if ever there was any. So
Perfect.
it's good stuff. Definitely makes you feel better about your own life choices. And that's what outrageous acts of science. More mysteries at the museum. We did wrap up Face Off. Found out who won that.
Damn it, I forgot it.
Brick, you had one job.
Yeah, one job on this podcast.
The movie called Face Off. Was I that close?
No.
Oh.
No.
You mean
Okay.
like in the movie Face Off?
Right.
There we go.
There we are. Okay.
Like in the movie Off. Damn it.
Like in the movie
You're getting
Face.
worse at this.
All right. As Lord Jeff may have mentioned, there was a watching of Daredevil, where our television was actually forcibly commandeered, and we watched the pilot
It was
episode.
a forced watching of Daredevil.
Yeah.
Okay.
But as we discussed, I think that is something that Will and I will watch more of, because really all you had to say was Vincent D'Onofrio, and you had both of us on
Yeah, and
board.
you don't even get to see him in the first episode.
you
Actually,
don't.
I don't even think you get to see him in the first 2 or 3. You get to hear his voice.
He's worth waiting for. We'll work
Yeah.
our way in. We love Vincent. So, and the big news for my What You Watchins. Here, Brick, hold my hand. I have been binge watching Joss Whedon's excellent Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
That was
I
every
give
bit
you-
as awesome as we thought it
give
was
you
going to
the
be.
gift of Daredevil. And yes, you do what Brick is doing right now. Give me the finger and watch Buffy.
Buffy's awesome.
Yeah, it is. How far are you?
I'm on episode 9.
Oh my God. You're like almost done with the first season.
Yeah, I binge watched most of the first season, and then I stopped after the 7th episode and said I need to slow down and savor more.
No, trust me. There's 7 seasons, and the next few seasons are like 23 episodes.
Oh, so I've got
And then-
okay.
Yeah, and
Hey,
then,
careful how much you savor that. You'll get Hep C.
pay no attention.
He's just angry. He's angry.
and then after the 3rd season, you got to start
He gets to
Angel
start
too,
Angel,
and
so this
all
is
the
awesome.
Angel, and there's 5 seasons of Angel, and they're all 20. So savoring is not
It's not
exactly
something I have to
something that's
worry
super
about.
necessary.
Okay.
Hey,
That's good to know.
at this point, I can just walk away saying I tried my best to get you to watch good television. It didn't work, but I did my part.
He's so angry.
I did my part.
It's okay. He just hates joy.
You try and help
I
people.
hate happiness.
You try and help. Sometimes.
And then sometimes you just come
For
off
those
as
of you
kind of a dick.
only listening to this, by the way, I want to add that for those of you just listening to this and not watching, the look on his face when I said that was every bit as awesome as I was thinking it might be.
He did a decent job with Avengers.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course he did. Of course he did. You know why? Because he does more than a decent job with just about everything that he does.
This is true.
Sure he does.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say another reason that I'm going to say that, and those of you that have seen Buffy or know what I'm talking about, I already sent you a text about this episode because we've been nerding out about this together. And Joss Whedon's handling of things is so good because he can take certain things that maybe shouldn't be, because I had the hyenas episode that shouldn't have worked.
No,
It
shouldn't
have worked. There's no way that should have worked, and it did. And it did because of the handling, the masterful handling of it. It was really good.
Well, what's 9? You just watched 9, or you're on it?
I'm on that one.
Okay,
right
so
now.
what was the last one?
It was the one after the hyenas. Crap, what was it? Oh, the kid.
The anointed one.
The anointed one. Yes, the kid is coming into his own. So
Okay, all right.
that's where I am.
Right. Yeah, because you've got 9, 10, 11, 12, 4 episodes. Because there's 12 in the first season,
Cool.
and then you get to move on to the second and third, which are even better.
Kitty.
Hey. Hi. Come on up.
And I'm on like my second watch through of it, and I'm on 17 or
Cat,
18
come
of
here.
the second season. So I'm not too far in front of you.
Nice.
And I'm also watching, as we'll get into Orphan Black, so that's taking up time.
Yes.
So you'll probably catch up to where I am before I continue further.
Got it. And we'll have more to talk about.
Oh, it's so good. And apparently Anthony Stewart Head is Murray Head's
Head's brother. We did not know this, and we were thrilled to find this out.
I didn't know this, and then I was at the Rockies game on Monday, and she texted me and was like, "Anthony Head is Murray Head's brother," and I was like, "Oh!"
True story.
Who are these people?
Oh my lord.
Anthony Stewart Head's Giles.
Is Giles and Buffy.
The librarian.
Murray Head is
Bangkok, Oriental setting.
Oh,
80s pop star of One Night in Bangkok fame.
okay.
Apparently they are siblings. We were very thrilled to find
Okay.
this
I
out.
would have never guessed, ever.
Mm-mm.
Not in a million years. That's incredible.
That's fantastic.
Such
That is
good news.
wonderful. So,
So,
Brick.
I was also watching a little Buffy this week, as well as Orphan Black, which I have covered. And Orphan Black's amazing. I love it. Tatiana Maslany is incredible, and she's like the Leonardo DiCaprio of television. Like it's crazy to me that she hasn't won an Emmy yet.
So I didn't think she was that good, but like I said, I did like the show. It was fine.
I definitely, with the extent of work that just alone that she does for that show is incredible.
That's true. From what I've seen of it,
Yeah.
the level of difference she puts in all of her characters is really kind
And
of
like
amazing.
even like a level of detail that I was noticing that's really incredible when she's playing, because the main character, the first clone,
Yeah.
is Sarah.
Yeah, it's very similar to why I loved like the later seasons of Friends so much, where Anna Torv was playing different versions of herself, and then also different versions of herself posing as one of the other versions of herself.
Right, exactly.
And you could tell the difference between the characters.
yeah.
You could say, oh, well, that's number 3 pretending to be number 1 right now.
Well, and like
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, she did a better job of it than the girl in Orphan Black, but the girl in Orphan Black does she makes very distinct lines between her characters, and I think she does a good job with it too.
Well, yeah, and like there was even like such detail that I've noticed. I'm only like 4 episodes in, but the main clone is Sarah, and she's British.
Right.
And then she's throughout, I don't know how long this is going to go, but she's playing one of the other clones who's Canadian.
Yeah.
So the accents are totally different. So she has to do
Right.
like a Canadian accent instead of a British accent for
Wow.
this one character.
Right.
But she even goes into as much detail as like in times where it's appropriate, she slips up on her Canadian accent
and falls
slips
into her British,
into a
yeah.
British
Yeah,
accent,
yeah.
and she doesn't do that with any of the other characters that
Right.
don't have to be switching back and forth. Like
Yeah.
that's a level of detail.
No,
in acting
I
that's
agree.
incredible.
I agree.
And so yeah, I really like that. And then I started, what is it, 6th season of The West Wing. So I'm almost done there. I think I've got like after this season like 2 more, and then I'm done on that one. But that's really good. And then last night as I was being stupid and staying up until 6 in the morning, I watched The Girl Next Door again because that movie's awesome.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, I
just-
like that movie.
It's just great. I know that me and Jordan really like that movie. And then I watched the latest episode of American Crime, which is still pretty good. And then I also got caught up on iZombie.
Cool.
And you watched iZombie this week, right?
I did.
It's super good. Like I'm really enjoying this show.
Yeah, me too. It's fun.
Yeah. That's a good way to describe it. It's a very fun show.
Yeah.
And then Silicon Valley came back, so I'm watching that too, and that's just awesomeness. I don't know how anyone here is not watching that yet. Like, especially you, Jeff. You would love this show. It's a half hour. It's a HBO comedy.
What is it?
Silicon Valley.
I've heard of it. I've never watched it.
It's half hour. It's Mike Judge is the showrunner behind it too.
Okay.
It's great. And then of course Game of Thrones.
Oh, that's right.
So
I don't think I'd bothered to write that down.
So yeah, that'd be about it for me.
Cool.
Oh, Penny Dreadful is coming back.
It is. That's a true story.
Wait a second.
In fact, I
Jeff's
think I
gotta
might
write
have seen a
stuff.
new episode in my queue earlier
did.
today.
You did.
Ooh.
I
Very-
can confirm.
Very, very exciting.
Yeah.
Loves me some Penny Dreadful.
Yep. Yep.
Jeff,
Well, thank you, Erin. But I don't know if it's because I haven't eaten today or the news that you gave me a little bit earlier, but I had a physical reaction to your news. I know you didn't mean for it to be hurtful.
Well, no. She did. That's what's the best part.
It sounded premeditated, especially when
when I said the
You
expression
talked
on
about
your
the
face was even
expression
better
on
than
my
I
face.
thought it was going to be. Yeah.
that hurt me a little bit. But that's okay. It's okay. I'm getting over it. And notice I've been a little quiet since you unveiled that news. But you being excited about Penny Dreadful,
And Daredevil.
and Daredevil,
Yeah.
let me know that you don't actually hate me.
Very true.
I do.
I might think it's entertaining when you get an eye tick occasionally, but I don't actually hate you.
See, and that's what
I
life
guess
is
I
all
don't
about.
Either. I mean, maybe, but
Maybe. Okay, so I have not watched any Buffy this week.
It's really too bad.
for once, there's a majority Buffy panel.
Panel.
Yeah.
Usually, it's just me going like, "Yeah,
Yay, Buffy. Now there are two.
Now there are two. It's nothing against Buffy or Joss Whedon. It really isn't. It's
What
it's
is it?
knowing that people I love enjoy it so much. Whenever it's just
so good."
So awesome.
okay. Anyway,
I feel like this is a real prejudice here now,
it's not a
Jeff.
prejudice. I've watched it.
Yeah,
It is an informed
Right.
opinion.
yeah. It's like somebody who's extremely racist going like, "I've got a black friend."
No, it's nothing like that at all. I will never understand the cult of Joss Whedon. I won't. I just won't. I don't
Well,
get it.
I mean, that's okay.
And that's okay too.
Yeah.
I mean, because you don't really like anything except for the Avengers.
I didn't like Firefly either,
Yeah, exactly.
but it was
That's-
better than Buffy.
But you don't really like Firefly. Dollhouse.
I like Dollhouse.
Okay.
Okay.
So you've
So that's one.
a couple things,
It only lasted for a couple seasons. But
What
you
else?
know, that's the Joss Whedon special, apparently.
Here, name something else that I could not hate.
Well, I mean, we said the Avengers.
Mhm.
Cabin in the Woods.
Haven't seen it.
You should see it.
That's actually
really-
an interesting
That
Okay.
is a really good
concept.
one.
I think I have that one.
Yeah,
You probably do. It's on
really good.
Netflix.
And I
Okay.
think knowing you, I think you would actually
You
genuinely
might actually
like
enjoy it.
Okay.
And to be honest, you might like Angel because it's different enough from Buffy that you might like it. I mean, they do connect sometimes, but it's not entirely necessary that you've seen Buffy to.
Okay.
Mm.
So I will say this. If Erin watches Hannibal, I will watch Angel.
Ooh. Gauntlet thrown down, challenge accepted. I will start watching Hannibal if you watch Angel.
But
Okay.
there are only 3 seasons of I'll
You will
watch
watch an
one
equal amount.
I will watch an equal amount
One
of
for one?
episodes. Episode for episode.
Okay.
Well, and also because you might turn out liking it and want to continue it further anyway.
Yeah, and I'm allowing for that.
Mhm. Okay.
You're
But
not
then that will commit Erin to future episodes
episodes of Hannibal.
of Hannibal,
and
regardless
fine.
of how she
Just
feels
make
about
sure,
it.
just make sure you get through Hannibal before you finish the 3rd season of Buffy, because then you're going to be over encumbered.
Yeah. True.
It's true. It's true. Okay. All right. I feel good about that. I feel good
I
about
can
that.
feel the spirits coming up on the left side of the couch.
And you should watch Cabin in the Woods because it's a movie.
Yeah, you
It
Okay.
shouldn't take you
Yeah, I
that
think you'll
long.
like it.
Okay. I will write that down also.
It is kind of a cult, though, isn't it?
Doesn't he have a name for fans of each one of his properties?
Does he? I don't know.
Isn't there a name for people who watch Buffy, like the brown coats?
Yeah, brown coats or Firefly.
Brown coats
Firefly.
are Firefly,
But
yeah.
what's the one for?
I'm new to Buffy, so I don't know.
Actually.
Okay.
Sounds
All right.
almost like you know more about Joss Whedon than we do.
For better or worse. All right.
Suspicious.
Hmm.
Suspicious.
Hmm.
Okay. So, iZombie, which we covered. And I started watching the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's not as good as everybody else is telling me, but it's watchable.
Yeah. It's fun. You know.
It's one of those shows that you're kind of surprised it doesn't have a soundtrack, like a laugh track,
Oh yeah! Wow. I am kind of surprised.
because it doesn't.
It does not.
But it's
no.
that kind of comedy. It is like a yeah. Anyway, I mean, it has a few funny moments, like where you actually laugh.
Yeah,
but
and
it's
I
not.
feel like the first few episodes are so much better than the last few.
Yeah, but it's
Because I remember like really, really enjoying the first few episodes, and I enjoyed the whole season.
yeah.
But I just remember like the last few episodes, I was like, I don't know, it seems kind of like it's dropping off a little bit.
Yeah. Anyway, it was fun. I watched the first season,
Yeah, yeah.
so
I like
just
Kelly
burned
Kemper.
through it on. I think it was Netflix. Yeah, I think it was on
has to
Netflix.
be, yeah, because it's a Netflix original.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So I watched those two, and I think I watched 12 Monkeys. I definitely watched an episode of Bates Motel. I'm not up to date on that one though.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it, but not so much that I keep on top of it. Yeah. Family Guy and Vikings.
Okay.
So nice. I don't remember if I watched Justified finale last week or a week before, but I wanted to write it down here so I can
I'm
talk
still-
to Brick about. Oh, you're not up to date.
No, like I'm like maybe like 5 episodes behind. Like I haven't watched it since
Okay.
pretty early on. In the
Okay. Well,
season.
then we'll talk about it whenever you get caught up.
Because like what happened was my DVR stopped recording it for some reason, and so now my option is to get caught up on like the FX app.
Oh.
Usually it's easier because if I see it in my DVR along with everything else,
Yeah.
I just watch it along
Right.
with everything else. But if it's not there, I forget about it.
Right.
So it's going to take me probably a minute to do it, which is fine because that means I get to extend my justifiedness. For a
That's
while.
true. That is true. And then I watched the first 2 episodes of American Crime.
How'd you like
What'd you
it?
think?
It's okay.
I think it's a solid show. I think I think it gets better with the episodes. Two most interesting
I
characters.
pretty much hate that actress, the characters that actress plays in pretty much anything she does.
Felicity Huffman.
Felicity Huffman, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, she's a pretty terrible person.
Oh, she is a horrible person in American Crime. She's like worse than any of the criminals.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
if I were to have to hang out in a room with anybody in that show, I would hope it wouldn't be her.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No.
I'd rather hang out with the gangsters and murderers.
And like I think by
Interesting.
far the two most interesting characters are Carter and the girl.
Yeah.
I mean, they like I'm now
The
watching
heroin addicts or
Yeah, I'm now watching the
meth
show.
they're
Just
meth addicts
drugs.
or just drugs.
Yes.
Because they talk about
All of the
methamphetamines,
above.
but they talk about methamphetamines a lot
Right.
as being the drugs, but they're acting like heroin addicts.
Right.
Okay.
So I don't
And
know
so,
how
I mean,
that
it could be
works.
a mixture. Like,
Yeah.
but nonetheless, I'm watching the show now really for them. Like,
Yeah.
I just want to see what goes down with them. I don't really even care about any of the other characters.
Yeah,
at this point.
the girl reminds me of Bridget Fonda in Point of No Return.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's good.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a solid representation.
Yeah, her pre-training
Mhm.
self. That I'm sure that's what she's going for because it's way too close
It
to.
is.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't even think about that really.
Yeah.
But that's perfect.
Let's see what else. Dig. I started watching that. It's okay.
Dig.
Jason Isaacs.
Jason Isaacs.
Oh, okay.
It's
yeah.
just okay.
Yeah, that's unfortunately how we can describe a lot of Jason Isaacs shows.
And
It's just all right.
and Hayes. It's just
Which
okay.
is strange because usually when he's in a movie, it's amazing.
Good. Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
to amazing, but TV is a little hit or miss with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had that one show on NBC that like the
I really
pilot
liked
was
it.
fantastic.
Yeah, the one where he would
Go to sleep and
fall
wake.
asleep and wake up in a different
Not
reality.
know how he
Yeah,
was
the
going to wake
pilot
up.
was one of the best episodes of television I've ever seen. And then after that, they were like, "Oh, damn it!" You know, like-
Wait, they actually picked up the show. Oh, we got to write the rest of
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot like that. Then Game of Thrones, which has been really underwhelming so far.
Yeah, from
there's
what
a
I
wedding
hear-
in the next episode, so it'll probably be perfectly awful.
Yeah, horrible.
What terrible things will happen.
From what I hear, because
It would
you know,
need to.
there are quite a few people that have already seen the first 4 episodes.
Oh yeah,
I opted not to do that
I also opted not to do that.
because
Good for you guys.
not because I'm like, you know, a Boy Scout or something. It's just
Yeah,
I found out that if you were to take part in watching all 4 episodes now, you're not going to get a new one until May 10th.
oh okay.
And so I was like, no, that's okay. I'll just
I'll
take it
space
week
it
to
out.
week. Yeah,
I've got other things I can watch.
exactly.
And then episode 1 of Penny Dreadful.
Excellent.
I still haven't even finished the first season. I love it. Oh, but I still just
Yeah, taking an interest in this season. Now that
Look
they're
forward
done
to-
with the vampires from last season.
I look forward to seeing what they're going to do.
Yes.
Should be excellent.
Yeah, it should be
Oh.
good. I mean, the first one was a little slow, but they were transitioning. The
And setting everything up.
yeah, exactly. Oh, and I watched Community also,
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
and
I
maybe
guess,
Bluestone 42.
I guess I watched
Yeah.
the 5-year engagement too.
5-year engagement. What's that?
Jason Segel.
Jason Segel and Emily Blunt. And
Okay.
it's like a Judd Apatow produced movie.
Oh, okay.
It's really funny, actually. Like if you haven't seen it, that's another one that I think you'd really like. It's solid. Love that movie.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
Community has definitely been better since it went to Yahoo. It's a Yahoo original show now.
Really?
Really?
It is so much better than it's been in years.
So much better as a Yahoo produced show than
Yeah.
on network television.
That's not a sentence I expected to be uttered on this
Yeah,
show, but
what
good for them.
and one of the it's better written, and they do some very funny things with the characters. There was this Greendale was running this program where prisoners could get degrees from prison, but they were telecommuting, and so there were these little stands, almost that would roll around, and they had iPads on them, and they just go through the halls and all this kind of stuff. And at one point, one of the criminals tries to kill Jeff Winger by pushing him down the stairs, and so the thing just like bumps into him, a few times to try to knock him down the stairs. He turns around like, "Are you trying to murder me?" And it was so funny. Because yeah, we just kept bumping into his back. Like, oh my god, that's so funny. Probably one of the funnier things that I've seen on television in a while. So, yeah, they're doing a good job with it on Yahoo. So, good for them. Yeah. Troy isn't on there anymore. And what was the older woman's name? She owned the little shop in the
I
in the
don't know.
courtyard.
I've never watched Community.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just
Yeah, they got rid of a few characters. Chevy Chase isn't on there anymore.
I did know that he was on the show. And
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
the
I
thing
read
was,
that.
like, pulling me towards it was
Yeah, he's not on the show anymore. And I think her name's Yvette Brown, the actress, not the character.
okay.
But I think her name's Yvette Brown. And then Troy was played by Danny Glover.
okay.
Seriously, Danny Glover?
Donald Glover.
Okay.
Donald Glover.
Oh,
I was like Murtaugh?
Related, yes. Donald Glover.
Donald Glover, not
Yeah,
Danny.
the rapper.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and yeah, it's a good show. It's funny. Definitely better than it's been.
Good for them.
Then get into the what you playins. Erin,
Yeah.
what you playing?
That one is kind of a short one this week.
It's probably short for everybody.
Yeah. A little bit more with the Rayman Legends, and basically most of my time has been taken up with BioShock Infinite DLC.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Oh, the Burial at Sea. Part 1 is what I'm working on right now, and I'll be able to move on from that soon, hopefully. But it's not gonna lie, it's been kind of interesting being in Rapture before the fall that you see in the original BioShock. So
Oh, very cool.
yeah, which is where that takes you. And so you see things are definitely starting to degenerate rather badly, but it hasn't completely gone to hell yet. So it's interesting watching these characters that you've come to know from Infinite making its way through this world that you get to know in the first 2 games. If I stumbled over that sentence a little bit, it was because the second game made me sad. It's true. But this this DLC is it's very entertaining so far.
Cool.
So I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I still need to play those at some point.
You'll like it.
Oh yeah.
I downloaded
didn't-
Infinite because it was free. So
I didn't know that you hadn't played any of the BioShock.
I haven't played any of them.
I just played
I
Played
played the demo for the first one, and I thought it was amazing, and then for whatever reason, never picked up the game.
just play the first
Just
one.
play the
in
first
Infinite.
one. It's
I
one of the
think it
best-
was
easily-
bad timing. Like something else big
Oh.
had come out
Okay.
around the same time.
Yeah, I think that was the way it was for me when I originally tried the first one too. Because
Yeah.
I remember I remember when it came out, I was waiting on something else to come out. But one
Right.
of my friends had picked up BioShock, and so I went It's cool stuff, actually.
Oh, and it was
a
and it was a single player game, and we were really heavily into multiplayer games at that
That's
point.
true.
right. And so I played like a quarter of the way through the first one
Yeah.
on my initial playthrough, and then moved on to whatever else it was, and then I came back to it later.
If it seems like it was one of the Fallouts or one of the Rainbow Six games that it was up
Yeah.
against.
I'm actually going to side with. I don't remember this for sure, but I think it was
Vegas 2.
Rainbow Six, maybe one of the Vegas ones, because I was not playing whatever else came out around that time, but Will was, which makes it very probable that it was one of the Rainbow Six
Okay,
games.
because if it had been Fallout, you would.
If it had been
all over it.
Fallout, Will and I would have been having death matches in the living room to see who got to the Xbox.
It was probably Vegas 2. That makes the most sense for the time period, I think. 'Cause I don't think it would have been the first Vegas. I think the first Vegas came out
back when you
before.
could use the camera on your Xbox to put your face in the
Oh my god!
in the game.
You have that capability with the new NBA game and the Kinect. I tried to do it. Oh my god! What's the name of the horrible face person in the Goonies?
Sloth.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
I look worse than Sloth.
That's amazing.
Jordan had a really good cross between his face and Pinhead that he was using as his, and it looked like him. Mine looked like me. Sam's looked like Sam.
Sam's looked like him. Yeah, on that Rainbow Six. Yeah, absolutely.
On that crappy Xbox 360 controller or camera.
Yeah.
That was out early.
Wow. And you guys all got reasonable representations of.
Oh yeah. And yet it's not a feature anymore.
Strange.
So weird. So cool.
All right.
Excellent. Bricola.
Mortal Kombat X.
And how is it?
Oh, it's so much fun. So much fun.
Have you been ripping people's spines out?
Oh yeah. Like the fatalities are just ridiculous.
Did you need to ask?
like I want to know who's the person who gets paid to be like, so we could like freeze their chest and then we'll punch through it and then it'll just be like their spines exposed and then Sub-Zero can just like reach in there, break their spine and lift the body above their head and rip it in half. Yeah, I want to know who comes up with those ideas for money.
I suspect that's more of a
People who
round
don't
table,
sleep well.
a round table strokey beard meeting that happens with a lot of people, not just one person.
I mean, there's ridiculous ones like Cassie Cage has one where she takes out a police baton, smacks you in the face so hard that your jaw's hanging off, and then grabs your head and takes a selfie and posts it to Facebook.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
That sums it up.
Oh yeah.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
So, yep, it was just that this week.
Okay.
I mean, me and one of my friends, I bought the game on Wednesday, and then me and one of my friends on Thursday just handed off the controller back and forth when we would lose and play through the story.
Yeah, because there's no real reason to have two Xbox One controllers.
No, I have two controllers so we can like play each other, but there's no two-player for the story. So just like with each fight, we were just handing it off.
Okay.
And
you do actually have two Xbox One controllers?
Well, yeah, because I have whenever like people come over and we want to play like Madden or Mortal
see,
Kombat or
and
something
for
like
me
that in the same room,
right, and for me, I don't have any games that you need that for, because I keep thinking, I should pick up a second controller. Why?
Well, yeah, you don't play any games that really require it. I mean, like if you picked up Mortal Kombat, that would be like the only one.
Most of the multiplayer games that I have aren't split screen.
Yeah, well,
they're online only.
And none of the multiplayer games that I have are split screen. They're just, they're like
the arcade games, I guess, would be the ones that could use two controllers on.
It's sports games and fighting games. Those are the only two that I ever use a second controller for.
Yes. So, does Guacamelee have two-player capabilities?
I don't. We have that, but I haven't played it yet. Will has.
Yeah, it's okay.
I don't know.
It's a platformer.
But But yeah, you might. I mean, I don't know if you enjoy fighting games at all, but Mortal Kombat's a good load of fun. It would be.
I
at
have
least,
Killer Instinct. You know, I've got the version for the Xbox One, but
It would Mortal Kombat would be
because
at
it was
least-
free.
It would be a good Redbox game for you to pick
Okay,
up
if Redbox ever got their act together and
and
actually
started actually putting games on
putting
it.
games
Here's
in
that.
there.
But yeah, like for you, that would be a perfect way to do it because then you could get it and play around with the fatalities and stuff like that, you know, and then put it back.
I was never really good at doing the special moves on fighting games.
The like the fatalities in this are
I
so
could in
much.
the Street Fighter games, but that was about it.
They're so much easier to do because of the Xbox One controller.
Okay.
The D-pad that they have on there is perfect
Okay.
for doing them because it's
Okay.
not like the D-pad on the 360 where it was like that circle
Yeah.
and you could make the same mistakes that you could with the thumbstick.
Yeah.
Right.
It's very set, and so you can have clear up, down, left, right, and have it be very accurate so you can execute those.
Gotcha. Super cool.
Cool.
All right, and I played a little bit of Neverwinter with Will,
Nice.
and that was
Excellent.
about it. That was all my game playing for the week. I didn't even play any trivia crack. What I play more often than not is log into Neverwinter and set the professions into play, and that's about it. Because they go, you know, anywhere from 30 seconds to 18 hours, and so I can just log in,
Wow.
and they do it while you're offline. So I log in, give it a task, and it does that while I'm not playing. So it's playing while I'm not playing.
That's a very considerate game.
Yeah, it's making stuff.
So nice.
Oh, I play trivia crack.
Oh, good for you.
I mean, there's rarely,
Somebody needs to.
there's-
I've
rarely a week
fallen
that
off.
goes by that I don't play at least.
My
a little
games
bit.
keep expiring.
Yeah, I've had a few of those. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm always so surprised by it when there's a game that expires. I'm like,
I-
oh, how about that?
What I hate
Oh.
is whenever, you know, I'm like 5-0 against the other person, and then I let it expire.
Oh man. Yeah.
I
Like-
can't do that.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
So sad.
I know. It's terrible. Okay. I think that's about it for the show this week. You guys have anything else before we go?
No.
That's the whole thing in a nutshell, I think.
In a nutshell?
In a nutshell.
That was just for the people who are watching. All right. Okay, love you. Bye. We will see you next week.